What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily, your source for daily tech news. Make sure you subscribe so you know what's going on in the world of tech. How is everyone doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. We got one story, two questions. Let's go. Our only story of the day is a little bit of a rehash from some information that we heard from a while back. And this is a feature that we have not had in a Galaxy S phone since the S21 Ultra. So you gotta remember, we've been at the S22 Ultra, S23 Ultra, and now it'll end up being 3 years later, this feature comes back, and it's pretty ridiculous that it's going to take this long to get this. And I thought I'd talk about it again just because it's written a little bit more clearly. And I don't know if this is a rumor or thought or whatever, but I know it is a rumor in general, but let's talk about it. So here's the tweet right here, and it's coming from Toran Vats, and he's saying that the S24 series RAM and storage, S24 and 24 Plus RAM will be upgraded from 8 gigs of RAM to 12 gigs of RAM, and the base storage models will be set to 256 gigs of storage capacity, which are all great. And then the S24 Ultra RAM should reach up to 16 gigabytes in RAM. Now, do I think every version of the S24 Ultra will reach 16 gigs of RAM? I don't think so. I think we'll probably still have like a 12 gig model, and then they'll have like a 16 gig model. I think that's what we'll probably see, especially seeing that like the base version of the S23 Ultra still only has 8 gigs of RAM. I think the base model on the S24 Ultra will have 8 gigs of RAM, but then like maybe the middle and the higher tiers will have that 16 gigs, or maybe only the highest tier will have 16 gigs of RAM. It is nice to see on the 24 and the 24 Plus, you still will get, well, you'll actually not still get, you'll get 12 gigabytes of RAM, which brings it up into those premium type feeling tiers and give you the best performance that you can get, or almost the best performance you can get with those phones. So it makes it, again, feel a little bit better. I think it's a good thing that they're going back in a way to features and specs that they had on these previous generations of phones, and they're making them feel, premium again. It's just ridiculous and weird that it took this long to actually get there again. 3 years to make these phones feel premium instead of just like, we're kind of run of the mill in terms of what the specs they have. The phones themselves do not feel cheap or mid-tier. Like when you use it, it does still feel like a premium phone. What I'm talking about is just the specs alone. Some of the specs in there to throw in there, such as the RAM and the storage amounts, even though you're getting the premium edition, sometimes they're kind of low. You get 128 gigs of storage with 8 gigs of RAM, or 256 gigs of storage with 8 gigs of RAM. It's nice that they're kind of upping everything with the 15th anniversary of the Galaxy S line of phone. Your question of the day is, what is the best phone Samsung has ever released and blown you away with? Let me know in the comments down below what phone that was. For me, it'd probably be like the Note 2 or the Galaxy Z Fold 2. Those would be the two phones that really blew me away. Let me know what your thoughts in the comments down below. Without further ado, let's jump into our Q&A. First question is coming from Reaction, saying 2 questions. Thank you for answering my other one. Do you think Samsung will finally be able to call the Fold a flagship? By this, I mean have ultra specs like S Pen camera dust resistance. Personally, I still think 3 more generations this year, no crease and folds flat and permanent in battery life. Next year, dust resistance and integrated S Pen. The year after that, same cameras as the Ultra, but the Ultra will drop down to only 4 lenses, and you'll have 1 in 10 zoom. Other than following year, big upgrade. Last question: Have you heard anything more about graphene or solid state batteries? So to answer your last question first, the batteries, I haven't heard anything recently about them switching technologies in terms of that recently that I can remember. The other part of it, when do I think we'll see a real true Ultra version of the Galaxy Z Fold line? I would guess it's probably not going to be this coming year. I would guess it's probably going to be the year after, if that. And the reason I think that is because I think more phones that are going to come out are going to be premium type phones, and they're going to have to do that to compete with these other foldable phones, such as the ones from Pixel, OnePlus, and those kind of companies, because I think those companies are going to be cheaper than what Samsung has. So it's going to put pressure on Samsung to release a better flagship phone. So I would guess 2 years from now. And our last question comes from Scott says, I got a question for you, a little unrelated to the topic. My wife has an S22 Ultra. She loves to make small videos but can never send them to anyone, but yet her son-in-law has a Pixel 7, can send her videos from his phone. Why is this? I only ask because if this is the case, my wife will switch to a Pixel and I'll have to switch from a Fold to a Pixel Fold. I'll be honest, it's not enough detail what you're trying to say. So like, which app is she trying to send it from? If it's from her text messaging app, does she have RCS set up? If so, then make sure it's turned on. Some other ways you can send videos and still have them, you can have them send, you can send them from like Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp or some kind of outside messaging service. You could do it that way. Or you could also send people a link from your Google Photos and share it that way. Like go into the photo or video and you can create a link, like hit share and then you can hit create link and then copy that link and paste that link into a message to somebody, and that way they can see the video or the photo. So there's multiple ways to send it, and I hope that kind of makes sense with what I'm saying, but there's absolutely no reason your wife or you should not be able to send a high quality video. There's multiple ways to do it. And if you're just trying to send it direct, a great program that I always use that works on literally Windows, Mac, iPhones, iPads, Android, everything is called Send Anywhere. It's a free app, and all you do is share the number that you have on that when you're sending the files to them, and the person gets the exact copy of that videos or pictures. Thanks so much, guys. That is all the questions I had today. If you have a question, leave it in the comments down below with the hashtag question, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.